My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with Internal Revenue Service. I worked at IRS for over a decade. I've been in private practice for, I don't know, 4 decades. That makes me really old as hell, but I know my tax, my resolution, and the offer and compromise. When I was at IRS, I taught the offer and compromise program. I accepted offers, I denied offers, I trained others in offer and compromise. So today I'm just going to talk to you in general, some things that you need to know about the offer and compromise. Everyone thinks they hear these fresh marketing ideas and people, oh, the Fresh Start program and this and that, and they see that they have IRS debt, and they started calling all these companies about, oh, they can settle their debt for pennies on a dollar. While it's true, 21,000 people out of about 80,000 people last year got their debt settled in the offer and compromise program. The offer and compromise is complicated. It's not for everybody. I would imagine 90 to 95% of all the offers that got accepted were accepted by professional companies. The average person is going to have no way of getting their offer accepted. The forms are complicated. There's a lot to them. IRS must make them very complicated and intensive because the government's really forgiving debt. And the government has to be very careful in who they forgive their debt to. By the way, accepted offers can be found for 18 months at 6 regional offices across the United States for review, and that's why they're very watched over and guarded for the ones they accepted. So the offer and compromise is one of 3 ways generally people resolve their case with IRS. One is currently non-collectible, the other is the payment agreement, and I'm just going to go over the offer and compromise real lightly with you. If you have any questions, I do, consultations and representation. Basically, IRS wants your total liquidity in all your assets. If you have any equity in your home, you have a pension, you have a car, and you have these things, and that value is $100,000, IRS is not going to settle for less than $100,000. That knocks about 90% of the people. Everyone thinks, well, I owe IRS a bunch. They're just going to hear my case and say settle for 30. That's not how it works. There's a very specific formula, so much so IRS has a pre-qualifier tool on their website that you can plug into to find out if you in fact can get an offer and compromise accepted. The thing about offers is this. They will call a firm, and a firm will hear their case and say, yeah, we think we can settle your debt. You wind up giving them a big fee, and a year and a half later, your offer is nowhere because you didn't have a hell of a chance to get your offer accepted. Unless somebody looks at your current financial statement on an IRS form, you don't give your money to anybody. I will not take an offer at our firm until I see your current financial statement on an IRS form. That's the cardinal rule for hiring somebody. You can't just tell someone over the phone, I have this and this. The IRS financial statement is a very detailed 4 or 6 page form that IRS wants to review before they accept an offer and compromise. So whoever you're giving money to is going to have to review that form to see whether you can settle. And in doing so, they can tell you how to settle your debt for the lowest possible amount. It's not just a matter of settling your debt, it's a matter of settling it for the lowest dollar amount. So don't get caught up with these companies promising this, promising that, and not asking you to go ahead and review it. By the way, make sure all your tax returns are filed. IRS wants to make sure you have a detailed set of records to send to IRS. That's something else that's very important. And make sure your withholding and estimate payments are up to date because IRS is going to want to see that. So you're welcome to call me for representation or a consultation, but remember, don't give your money to anybody unless they look at your financial statement on the IRS form that they have, and at that point in time, make sure that they are qualified. Ask them how many offers they've got through. Ask them what they think the lowest settlement on your particular set of facts can be. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. By the way, if this is helpful, leave me a subscription. I need subscriptions because YouTube says if you have more subscriptions, we're going to move you up. If you have a question, leave it in the comment section. If I generally get 2 or more questions on the same thing, I make a YouTube video. So thank you very much.